Today, our champion, Sharon Rawson of Greenfield, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Carol Downey of Andover, Massachusetts on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling, coming to you from the fairway in Natick, Massachusetts. It'll be 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Each of our participants will receive a trophy from the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. Obviously, the larger one will go to the champion today. We have guaranteed prize money of $1,200. $750 will go to the winner, $350 go to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string. And I have a $50 gift certificate from True Value Hardware Stores and Home Centers. That will go to the bowler who has the most marks today. And as you have already noted, bless them, the women are back. Let's talk to them. And today, our challenger is a familiar face, Carol Downey. And Carol, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is turn around. I want to see folks to see what's on the back of that shirt. Look at that, huh? New Hampshire 1980 International Cup Canada Singles Champion. You're to be congratulated because you are the first international champion, right?
Yes, thank you.
And that was, you won that up in Canada, huh?
Yes, we went to Douglastown, New Brunswick.
Well, you've won many, many things here in Massachusetts and in New England, so it must be a big thrill now to be an international star, huh?
Yes, it is. Fantastic.
Okay. And Sharon, my gosh, we haven't seen you since last October, huh?
Yeah.
And you've been a champion all that time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you take advantage of it? I mean, did you let people know that you were the defending champion on Candlepin Bowling?
Sure did.
Good for you. And I know you're going to try to continue it as long as you can. And this lady who's run many is going to try to make it a little bit different for you, okay?
Sure.
I'm going to wish you luck and we'll get underway right after this. Here is our challenger, Carol Downey of Andover, Massachusetts. Carol has an average of 116. High single, 189. High triple, 437. Carol, one of the outstanding Candlepin bowlers, particularly well-known in the New Hampshire area, and why not? Because she is 7 times New Hampshire Ladies All-Events Champion, and that includes this year. And we've already indicated that she's the first International Cup Singles Champion representing New Hampshire. She also has been the Massachusetts State Ladies All-Events Champion. So Carol has a 9. And now, our defending champion, Sharon Rawson, who won her title back on the 15th of October, 1988, almost a year ago, as she defeated Debbie Tobey. Sharon's league average is 117. Her high single is 184, and her high triple is 420. She had a 595 in winning her roll-off. Oh, what a shot. And she begins with a mark. A spare. Big bonus, an 8-pin drop and a spare leave on the right. 6 and 10. Sharon is representing the French King Lanes in Millers Falls, Massachusetts. She's single and is employed as a supervisor at Hallmark Color Labs. For another mark. Oh! It came back. She had missed it completely, but it came back. And it's legal, and she... I wish you could have seen the expression on her face as she came back. She rolled her eyes and gave a big, deep sigh and blew the hair out of her eyes. Now, Carol Downey. Carol had a 608 in winning her roll-off. She's representing the Pilgrim Lanes. And she has a spare. Speaking of the Pilgrim Lanes, I sure hope that you enjoyed our big championship show. And I have something to pass along to you, which I will when I get a moment. Right now, let's watch Carol, see what she gets as a spare leave. She picks up 6 and leaves herself the diamond left. Nope. Son of a gun. The diamond wins again, as it does so often. If you like that championship show and you'd like to see it again, or maybe you would like to set your VCR to tape it, it's going to be shown again on Channel 5. And that will be 1 week from tonight, or if you want to call it Sunday morning. It'll be on Sunday morning, September 10th, which we kind of think of as a continuation of Saturday night, September the 9th. Yes, she has 3 marks in a row, $50 in bonus money, and a great start. It's going to be on from 3:30 to 5 a.m., 3:30 to 5 a.m. in the early morning of September 10th. That's our championship show, which you saw last week, but if you missed it, or if you liked it and would like to tape it or just see it again, it'll be shown again Saturday night going into Sunday morning, 3:30 to 5 a.m. Great start for Sharon Rawson, who picks up $50 in bonus money already. Waiting for wood to settle down, obviously. Got everything except the 10-pin. Here's our first stop to take a check on the scoreboard to see where they are after 4 boxes in the first string. And as you can see, it is our defending champion Sharon Rawson leading challenger Carol Downey 57 to 43. Here Carol Downey about to roll in the 5th box of this first string. One mark so far for Carol, 3 for Sharon. Chance here to get the right side and maybe pick it all up. She did. Yes. Never count her out on a spare leave. Good fill. She picks up 8 and, more important, leaves herself a makeable spare leave with the 5 and 8. Carol is a manager of a credit union, and she is the mother of 3. Oh, too bad. Too bad. A 9 box. Our defending champion, Sharon Rawson, Greenfield, Massachusetts. Whoops. Whenever I hear the name Greenfield, Massachusetts, I think of one of my old buddies with whom I worked at WHDH. And he used to love to go back up to Greenfield and fish the Green River, either fishing or playing golf. Hank Forbes. And Hank, wherever you are, I'm thinking of you. Three, 6, 10 on the right, piece of wood to the left of the 3, and the 7-pin alone over on the left-hand side. Let's see if she can kick it over and get them all. Nope, too full on the 3-pin. A 9 box. Al Giglio is back and doing his job here on the electronic scoreboard. Keith Williams is keeping score on the big board, so the folks here will have an opportunity to keep track of what's going on. Our crew today is Bob Hackala, Jim Reedy, Skip Peabody, and Dick Erickson. Nice shot. She winds up with a 9. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. Ralph Stewart is our lob line judge and referee, as usual. And our producer-director is Phil Rubin. 2 pins to pick up for a spare. There he is, Ralph Stewart, sitting in his accustomed spot right on the lob line. Now let's see if Carol can make this spare. No doubt about it. Little half Worcester left, punching out the 2 1/8. This time she went to the right side. You know, this date, September 2nd, has a bit of significance for me. I was just thinking when I was just a little, what shall I say, fuzzy-faced sailor back about 44 years ago, standing on the deck of the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay when the peace was signed, ending World War II. September 2nd, 1945. I really wasn't fuzzy-faced. I had a pretty good beard then. Nice shot. Let's see what Carol can do now. Each of them has a spare here in the 8th. Carol's spill is, well, it's 6, but it's not easy. The 6 and the 8, 9, and 10 with wood in the spot where the 3 would be. Oh, she made a beautiful shot. How about that? That was a beauty. $105 plus what she gets on this ball. 5 more. A couple more. 117 at the moment. Her league average, as I told you, is 116. $118. Now let's see what Sharon does. She has 6 and the 4 horsemen on the right side to try to convert. Too full on the head pin. One more significance personally about September 2nd, and then I'll shut up about myself. But it was just a year ago on September 2nd that I got my probably only hole-in-one playing golf. So you see why I think it's kind of an important day. It's close after one, but Carol Downey picks up $50 in bonus money for winning the first string over Sharon Rawson, 118 to 115. Separating our bowlers as our defending champion leads off the middle string. She's the one who trails by 3 at the moment. She has a single pin, the 7 to pick up for a mark. This is Sharon Rawson of Greenfield, Massachusetts, our defending champion, and she got it! I get a kick out of her reaction when she just does make one. Because she doesn't pretend I had it all the way. She turns around and says, "Ooh, I was lucky to make that one." What a start to the middle string for Sharon Rawson. She started the first string with 3 spares in a row, worth $50 in bonus money. As those of you who watch the program all the time know, any combination of strikes or spares 3 in a row will establish a bonus of $50. Then each subsequent consecutive mark in the same string is worth $50 apiece as long as the bowler can keep it going. Well, Carol has, for the third ball, the goalposts, 2 and 3 side by side. How about that? I've never seen a field goal knock down both uprights, but it worked. A wee bit too full on the head pin, but she's left with 2, 4, 7 on the right, 10, excuse me, on the left, 10 on the right, and a piece of wood in front of the 10. What she was trying to do, obviously, was just shave that 2-pin and kick it over. And it's amazing how accurate they can be when they are rolling that thing 60 feet. All right, Sharon has 2 marks in a row. In the first string, she was able to put 3 together for $50 in bonus money. Let's see if she can get 3 this time. It is a thin fill, just 4. The object pins are the 1 and 3. There are still 3 pins standing. So no bonus money there. At the conclusion of the match, we'll have our high-low jackpot with the winner getting first opportunity at it, and then the runner-up. Right now, our high-low jackpot is at $550. Sharon needs 1 more. The only pin that is standing right now is the 9-pin, and Ralph Stewart wants to check a piece of wood that is coming this way, and yes, it is this side of the deadwood line, and so it is removed. There are 3 pieces of wood right in front of that 9-pin. 1 perpendicular to it, the other 2 on a parallel plane. Let's see what she can do with it. She got it. So a good start for Sharon Rawson in the middle string with 3 marks in the first 4 boxes. That's, of course, what she had in the first string, except that she put them 3 in a row and got $50 in bonus money. Now, Carol Downey. 4 horsemen right side. That's her spare lead. Oh, beautifully made. Make a videotape and show people how to make the 4 horsemen like that. The fill is 6, but boy, it's tough. Because the 5 and 6 are side by side, and back of those, the 7 and 10. Before I forget it, I want to remind you that, as you know, in football season, we have to change our time. So starting next week, Candlepin Bowling will move to 10:30 a.m. on Channel 5, and it'll be there for the rest of the football season. So remember now, 10:30 a.m. on Saturday starting next week, with the bonus ball still to be thrown by Sharon Rawson. Right now the score is Rawson 46 and Downey 43. Champion working on a spare. Here's the fill. Oh, she did not like that one, and no wonder. Just 3. Three more, and the 4 remaining are the 4 horsemen right side. Since we had a winner of our home viewer jackpot last Saturday noontime, we're starting all over again at $50 this week. It also means that that big barrel is almost empty. Nice shot. Four spares in 6 boxes. Now Carol Downey, today's challenger, 2 full on the head pin, and she leaves 2 and 4 on the left, 3, 6, and 10 on the right. No wood. That takes care of the left side. All except the 3-pin. The WCBC, the World Candlepin Bowling Congress Candlepin Pro Tour, with which these women are very familiar, will be beginning its 18th season this month. So anyone interested in joining the Pro Tour can send for information by writing to WCBC Incorporated, Post Office Box 545, Webster, Massachusetts 01570. Ladies have to have an average of 102 or better. The men 112 or better. A 9-box. Sharon Rawson, our defending champion, comes up, and she has another spare to work on. Five. Now, in the spare she's had 2 5s, a 4, and a 3 for fill. And that, of course, is disappointing, because when you get them, you like to rack up an 8, 9, or 10. An 8-box. Just 2 pins standing, but, well, good. She got some wood in between. Ordinarily, 2 and 8 is tough. The only time it's easy is when it's a fill on a spare and you punch it out. But when it's standing there by itself, it's tough. However, she has wood and back. And it goes. So that's spare number 5 in the middle string. Challenger Carol Downey has 1 in the middle string. She's got a triangle, and that triangle is made up of the 2, 4, and 5. No wood. We all know this is not quite as easy as it looks. She made it. It appeared for a moment that she had missed it in the sense of getting the 2 and the 5, but she was able to get the sidewall action to come back and pick up the 4-pin. Got a break there. It's a fill of 7 when it appeared as if it would be only 5. The object pins, the 1 and 3. The other one to get is the 7. Oh. Now, my O was echoed by everybody here because she hit it so beautifully when she got the 1 and 3, but that's a 9 box as the ball deflected off a piece of wood that was in the gutter. Once again, Sharon working on a spare, and she punched out the same 2 that allowed her to make the spare. So fills of 2, 3, 4, and 5 twice. So actually, it's disappointing to be only at 102 after having had 5 spares. But it's obvious why, because the fills have been so light. A 10. So a 112. Carol Downey, her challenger, is at 87. 1 mark would win the string for her. Well, she has a shot at it. She has 1, 2, 4. That's what she's looking at. And she made it. So that puts her at 97, plus what she gets on the next ball, going into the 10th box. All right, that ties her right now in that particular box. 102, 102. In the 9th, now she has 5 pins here. So this will be interesting to see what happens. If she ties her, they split it, if that's what you're wondering about. The $50. 4 horsemen right side, and in back, the 8 pin. She needs 3 more to tie. Not in the match, but in this middle string. She did not get it, and so by 1 pin, $50 in bonus money will go to our defending champion, Sharon Rawson, for winning the 2nd string. And as you can see, it was 112, 111, but the total after 2 boxes is Downey 229, Rawson 227. Separating our bowlers. And this is the lady who leads by those 2. Our challenger, Carol Downey of Andover, Massachusetts. She has some work cut out for her with this 3rd ball because there are still 5 pins standing and they're not in the most convenient spot. They are still standing. That hurt to start off this 3rd string with just 5. She has the 2 pin and the 6 pin. There's a piece of wood that's behind and on an angle toward the 6, behind the 2. Let's see if she can make it go. Nope, not quite. She gave it a go. Before I forget it, last year this was very popular. So for the 2nd season, the NBA's over-average jackpot for league bowlers is about to start. 52 bowlers from across the state shared in the big payoff last May of $25,000. Hundreds won additional money at individual house finals. Now here's Sharon Rawson, our defending champion. Ooh, way off to the left that time. 4 pin only. Now, that format I'm talking about in the League Bowlers over average tournament, that's what it means, you know. The format is over average, which really means that any league bowler can be a winner. Competition is weekly, and during regular league play, sounds like NBA bowling centers are doing something really special for the everyday bowler. You know, like having a handicap in golf, and where supposedly I could play against Payne Stewart. Ha! All right, Sharon made it. And another spare for Sharon Rawson. Carol Downey, today's challenger, who was leading the match. Ooh, off to the right. She did exactly the same thing on the opposite side as Sharon did, taking out one pin. The 6 in her case, the 4 for Sharon. Nice try. Everything except the 10 pin. Three 6-10 on the right with a piece of wood to the left of the 3 and the 4 pin. Can she move it across? She got the 3 on the right, but actually hit a little too full on the 3 to kick it over. She's got that 4 pin to work on. It's a 9 box. Right now, the match is tied. But whatever Sharon gets as a fill will put her in the lead by that much. So she leads by 6 right now. Nine. I mentioned, of course, that Carol Downey has been New Hampshire champion for 7 times. A little punch out on the left. I have a letter here which did not come in time for the birthday because of the fact that we tape, as I've told you before, sometimes several weeks before you actually see the particular telecast. This one comes from Ruth Ratcliffe of Methuen, Massachusetts. She said she had a write about her uncle, Frank Lewis of Northwood, New Hampshire. On August 20th, he was 96 years old, and he bowls every Monday night during the winter with a bowling league. And this past season, he got a trophy for being one of the 3 high bowlers. And in order to do it, he has to travel 36 miles, 18 each way, to Rochester, New Hampshire. Now, 96 years old, bowling all the time, says he's looking forward to the coming season, says he'll be bowling again. God bless you. Carol has not had a mark in this 3rd string. 5, 10, 9, 9, 7. And she will not have one here. An 8 box. Next week's challenger will be from Newton, Massachusetts, Janice Casey, and she'll be making her first appearance on our show. Here's Sharon Rawson. Sharon, who lost the first string and the second string. No, excuse me. She won the second string by 1. But was trailing by 2 pins coming into this third string. Now has taken the lead. So that picks up 3 more pins and gives her a lead of 9, as you can see over on the right-hand column of the electronic scoreboard. I'm pleased that some folks have written in and said how much they like the electronic scoreboard, and particularly that facet of it in which you can tell what the lead is. I'll tell you one thing. It's a heck of a lot better than what you used to get from Donald Allen here, because my arithmetic used to be awful. Nine-pin lead, 4 boxes to go. Carol Downey, the challenger, on the line, and she's got a good hit here and a spare leave with 3 over on the right. 3, 6, 10. That wood may make it so she'll get 3, 6 and not the 10. Let's see. No, she got it off the sidewall. Nice, because the piece of wood took the 3 and the 6, and I was afraid it might carry through and miss the 10. But the ball bounced off the wall and came down and got the 10. That's her first mark in the third string, and she came so close to having a hammer. She's left 1, the 8-pin. Piece of rolling wood. Don't forget, next week on Channel 5, we move to 10:30. That's for the football season, starting next Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Remember that. Don't turn it on at 12 and say, oh, gee, I forgot. Make a note. Yes. Well, if Carol was going to make a move, now's the time to make it. She was down by 9. She has just picked up a 9-pin fill on a spare and added this other spare. Sharon Rawson trying to come back and answer it. So she has 1 and 10. But there's wood in between. Hit the head pin the right way and it'll go. It wasn't the way she planned on having it do it, but when you throw it hard enough and you bang that ball into the pin and have it carom off the sidewall, anything can happen, and it did. 5. Her lead in the match down to 5 pins at the moment. And she's opposite a spare and is not making one of her own, so we could see Carol Downey take the lead again. Waiting for wood, and the darn thing is settling in a spot that she doesn't want it to, directly perpendicular to that pin. She got it, and it's a 9. So this one is close. So boys and girls, hang on to your tray tables. This is the last week we'll do that, though, isn't it, huh? If we're moving to 10:30, unless you have an early lunch. Carol Downey working on her spare. What's she going to get? She gets 6. And the split is 2, 4, 7 over on the left, the 10-pin on the right. Piece of wood, which is Well, it was where about the 6-pin would be. Now I'm coming back a little bit closer to where the 3-pin would be. Can she make another? She did! 3 marks in a row. 3 clutch marks in a row. Another $50 in bonus money. Bonus again. And this time, 5. And that is the diamond left plus the 7-pin. 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. It's not going to be 4 in a row. She needs to make the side saddle triangle made up of the 2, 5, and 8. And she got 2 of them, so it's a 9 box. And she winds up with a 107. Sharon Rawson, our defending champion, comes up. She's got 1, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Did not get the head pin. She needs a 109 to tie. $92. 109 needs a mark, obviously. Not going to be easy. 1, 2, 4, 8, 10. Can she make it? Nope. So we have a new champion, Carol Downey. Carol Downey came from behind and did it. An 8 box and an even 100, and by 9 pins, Carol Downey is our new champion. The final score, Carol Downey 336, Sharon Rawson 327. Button for punishment, but I'm looking here, and this thing looks so empty in comparison to the way it's been for the last few weeks that I would like to see you fill it up a little bit. $50, not so that it gets way up here like it was before where I can hardly move it, but I mean, you know, it looks kind of skimpy right now. However, there's $50 if the person whose card I choose is anywhere between, what is it, 663 today, huh? That's the number, all right. So obviously 653 to 673 in that span either way would be the winner of the $50. Now, if you'd like to get your card in here, we'll just remind you again, you can send in as many as you want as long as it's 1 per day. Well, that means obviously you can send in 30, 31 in a month. I don't know if Phil really counts them, but anyway, I think he does. What we want you to do is make sure it's on a postcard, not a letter. Take your guess as to what you think the total pinfall will be, both bowlers combined, on the day that you hope that my fat fingers go in there and pull out your card. And then make sure that you include your name and address and send it along to this address, which would be Candlepin Bowling, WCVB-TV, 5 TV Place, Needham, Massachusetts, and the zip code is 02192. And as I said, as soon as we do have a winner, we discard all the cards and start all over again. If we don't have a winner, we keep adding $50 every week and build up that jackpot. However, when I draw the card, that person is going to be rewarded just for having it drawn, because I'll tell you, Phil Rubin has a closet, like Fibber McGee's closet, full of all kinds of things to give away. And here's what's going to come out of that closet today for the card I picked.
A Hyponex plant food gift set contains fine quality Hyponex care products. Grow bigger, hardier plants with Hyponex plant food. Hyponex makes houseplants grow like crazy. And Ames Deluxe pruning shears, the perfect tool to help keep your roses and other live plants and shrubs trimmed for healthier growth. They cut clean and crisp for years. And a Jovan Florals gift set. Lily of the Valley, Wild Honeysuckle, Jovan Black Orchid, Island Gardenia, and Night Blooming Jasmine. Enjoy all these beautiful floral fragrances from Jovan.
You know, I was just thinking, I said Fibber McGee's closet, and I was thinking of all the young people out there who are not my age, who are scratching their head and saying, who the heck is Fibber McGee? Well, listen, you had to be there in the age of radio, all right? All right, let's find out here. All those prizes are going to go to this person and maybe $50. Let me see. This is Aurora Godberet, I believe, of 92 Poor Street, Manchester, New Hampshire. The guess is $727, so we'll add another $50, and next week it's going to be worth $100. Now, we have a high-low jackpot that just keeps building. It's up to $550 right now. The winner always gets first try at it, and that's you, Carol, so let's see if we can do something with it. How about that? We start at 50 now, so Sharon, you can see what you can do. Forget it, huh? Come on over here if you would, please. Now, Carol, you get up behind her, please, all right? Well, all I can say is that, well, you know what the key was. Obviously, you couldn't get any fills on all of those marks, right?
Yeah, couldn't find the head pin on lane 2 at all.
Yeah, that was a shame to have 5 marks and still get so few fills. But listen, it was close and it was fun well, it was not fun for you when it got near the end.
I had a good time.
You had the most marks, so you get the $50 gift certificate. You also get $350, another $100 in bonus money, and a trophy from the Ace Trophy Company. And come back and see us, will you? It's not that long a ride, is it?
It was this morning.
Good luck to you. Okay, Carol. Hey, what a finish. Never mind, I mean, that was the bonus on top of it, the $550. But what a great finish you had.
Oh, thank you.
It was wonderful. Let me see how much you got. $350, and in bonus money, $150. So you've had a pretty good day, huh? And you're going to come back next week as a defending champion. How
That
about
would be swell.
All right. And it's going to be Janice Casey making her first appearance on our show. So you'll be back here. I'm going to be back here, and I'm sure everybody else will be. A reminder, on Channel 5 next week, 10:30 rather than 12 noon. Keep that in mind. Football season starts. I'll see you then. Bye-bye, everybody.